Rebounded. Now they're on home soil. We'll find out because, good lord, do they need it.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, just in case you didn't get, shockwaved by the 13 loss streak. The record, 15 hardpoint losses in a row is the worst we've ever seen. So maybe we get that in this series, but if you're looking for Falcons' first win, this would be the map to do it on, but not a map number one's average plus minus of -70. Fair to say, Snoopy and Boston Breach gonna have the edge on the map, and Snoopy has done some crazy things on this map as well, so his hardpoint, even at the major, pretty astounding. Gonna be the player to watch for Breach.
Eyes on, folks, so we go straight into our Vault Hardpoint map number 1 in series number 2 of the day out of 3. No more numbers to be found in this intro, but King, the first man on the board there for the Falcons. Exnid sadly catches his head on the roof there. And it's an explosive opening here for our boys in green chance. Of course, Boston Breach with the white arrows on the minimap. Vegas Falcons, that lovely shade of sage.
And wow, both players just pushing out line cut and both players dying immediately. So they had a little bit of control around the time, but Purge is going to take it right from him. And Snoopy doing the exact same thing. Clean shots rolling through, and already the Falcons players beginning to spawn out.
Yeah, that's the left-hand side of the minimap for now, folks. Don't want to be there, Falcons. They're going to flock their way back over towards the middle and hopefully make a mess of the setup the Boston have got going on right now. I say setup, it's more of a mosh pit, and right now it's the boys of the Falcons who are swinging the windmill.
Yeah, hit him with the old little runaround. Now they got the spawns back, so a little bit of chaos in the middle of P1, but you come out on top and attempt to get the rotation. Nice moves out of Purge, though. I tell you, that is certainly not easy to do. Purge has calculated it. Walks all the way up to the hill for free, but King heads up play inside the pool, wins the gunny, and his team gunning every single player down. Falcons, they are setting themselves up, Miles, for a very strong hold.
This is a great look. P2, fantastic hold so far. Exnid is getting very frisky on the other side of the map, trying to keep that front line pushed forward. Dohoom down and out, Cammy and Awakening on the way forward. Over to King, keeping himself very cool in the hot sun. And cool as a cucumber as he gets his 4th kill in a row. That what could be the break. With over to Exnid, back alive on the hard point, trying to stay in this one. 20 seconds to go on P2. Great looks out the Falcons.
Yeah, okay, maybe not the strongest hold that I've ever seen, but still able to get a decent chunk of time. Exnid looking to make a late play, but Snoopy here's the one-shot call out, cleans him up, no problems there. And for speaking of problems, on the rotation, Wixel might have himself a gunfight to win against Cammy. Huge one potentially for these spawns, and Cammy at least gets traded out. So the fight's going to continue, but the next man in line to whom loses it. So long-term, Boston in a good spot.
They're not bad. We'll see if they can keep it going. Exnid is only getting 1 out of that life now, an open hard point for everyone. So no one in a position to get themselves on a pause P3. We'll see who can make their foot racing towards this very, very open and difficult hard point to really find time on. Cameron McGilligan getting himself a couple of kills. Snoopy joins him alongside it. Now to the middle of the map as Purge finally gets himself out of the neutral and into the positive. Snoopy doing just that as well. 10 and 4, typical looks there out of the young man.
Yeah, and finally Boston have actually been able to take the lead. So a little bit of a battle on P2, brought the battle to P3, and now Boston might firmly be in control of this game. And we heard Merc touch on it in the first series about when it came to land, locking down P4 became so much easier. We get to test Boston's chances here. It'll be about a 10-point difference as the new time pops, and Boston have all 4 players set up exactly where they want them.
Vegas Falcons 1 to 2, good. 2 to 3, not so solid. 3 to 4, let's find out. All the doors are covered right now for Boston Breach. 1 player now making the way through. Our Exnid's going to be the man of the moment. Snoopy has let him slip through. Will he catch out another hit? No, it's an unfortunate bit of timing. Here we go, Falcons. Your opportunity for the break. Purge, next man in. Lovely coverage there. They line up. Oh, big work out of King, but it's not enough. Boston Breach hold it together. Cammy at the helm, and now the time once again.
Yeah, nice big too as well from Cam towards the end, and I think Snoopy, maybe just the fastest player in this lobby, saw the timing and was like, hey, they had to have gotten past, right? Like, let me roll through, but ends up getting baited. Doesn't really matter, and it was a 10-point lead for Boston as the hill pops, and by the way things are shaping up, they're walking away with a massive, nearly 60-point lead. So incredibly solid hold on P4. Cammy gets a couple errant kills as well. Absolutely nowhere near the cruise missile, but it's fun to see a 6 spree.
It's a hellstorm, mate. Sorry about that. Back to P1, and Boston Breach are back in control. Oh, nice 3 spree there. Make it 4 in a row right now for the boys. The Falcons. That's all dead. That's P1. Get your hands around it, boys. This time is yours.
And get Wixel and Exnid flowing in the kills column as well. Both players sitting around double or triple negative, but the kill feed certainly lining up their way. Maybe those boys don't need to shoot if King and Doom are going to do everything, but unfortunately for them, one thing they lost an eye on was the mini-map. The spawns get open on the right side. That allows Purge to pierce through and at least get you off for P1. And another mini-map that's looking a little bit chaotic. Falcons, they'll have some spawns for new, but still 15 seconds on old, and Boston just maintaining their lead.
Yeah, good work though. Wixel managing to catch that kill. He's 6 and 14. Got all these kills towards the backside of the hardpoint workout, so he's going to keep the spawns there for his lads. Vegas Falcon, 1 to 2. Last time was good. Can you do it again now? This is an opportunity to get right back in this one. Wixel flushed out with a good nade. Omni movement stays alive. Cammy shot in the back, and here comes the next hit. Over to Dr. Dahoom, and he's done a lovely job of holding this down. What a slide in from Purge though. Big wins. Purge with 2. Exnid there on the pump right in towards the new point. Is he drowning? Yes, he's done. The break is in, and superb workout, Boston.
And I think he's a gentleman too, unless I missed something right before, but unfortunately a dead gentleman, and the P2 spawns get lost. So another P2 with potential there for the Vegas Falcons, but unfortunately not quite able to deliver. And well, now this is prime Snoopy territory where he falls. His teammates right there to pick him up, and one gunfight to win for the time, but the child didn't even come through quick enough. So Awakening, he's got all the reinforcements he ever needed. Cammy cleans house for him.
15 and 9 for Demon Joe, 16 and 10 for Cammy. It's massive bit of work here from Boston Breach. Tremendous production across the board. Trying to make his way over towards the backside of what Arse. He's looking to get himself at least spawns for that dreaded P4. But for now, it's good looks out of the Falcons. They're keeping that side of the map all safe. And Boston now with a tremendous lead in the kills and in the time. Let's go for a listen in.
Top part, and big control top part, and low right.
Control Wixel down.
Close one bullet. It's gonna be doublers.
He's their side pillar, bro.
He might be
Top part doing one shot. Exit, they no time, boys. Their pillar. Exit on the time left. Yo, one more front.
Take my time.
Which
time we weak.
Yo, we need to soak this, boys. Remember? 100% soak.
Lay down.
Okay, I got
time.
Okay,
that my spawn behind me, bro.
Yeah, could be. I'm not sure, to be honest.
I don't see anything pat, bro. No, nothing playing.
One shot.
We can go. Lower. King's one shot, bro.
Line. You don't know
King.
He's gonna hit you on middle, probably.
He's gonna top part.
Mid X hit twice. Pretty weak X.
Top part, King weak.
X was close, right?
Yeah, here.
Main lower.
Lock in from a camera.
Close line or something.
Yeah, okay. I'm pre-aiming top part, bro. King is not
Yeah.
We break this one.
On something in there.
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Try and play
Could be line, bro. Could be line.
Yeah, I don't see him statue. I don't see him top part. I don't see him close short, boys.
Close.
One shot on time.
Under one bullet.
And one statue.
Statue.
They don't know. You could kill him.
Yo, push it R, King's R.
Yeah, weak.
My friend there, we can.
Two more in the back.
Hold the back, Joe. I have him in my door. Good like this. Hold your scaff. Run door down. Just keep good like this. Keep holding your scaff.
Spawn mid, boys. Spawn mid, okay?
He's in big door, dude.
I'm just getting out, boys.
Yeah.
Exton's already counting me, boys. Doom shout. He's in P1 as well, Doom. He's money.
I'm behind him. Yeah, push my cat already.
Yes, Spawn is weak, bro. He's really behind us. He's going top before, bro.
Alright, listen.
They're gonna spawn last two.
An incredible moment there from Boston Breach. A slight window they work with. They bang P4 wide open chance, and they're looking towards the win here.
Dude, I let Nameless Nally break that one down on the deck. That was insanity. We're watching the P4 setup happen. We're like, hey, they get a full 60 back in the game. They got the 3 entry kills, killed Cammy as well. Falcons do literally everything. And then I look through the spawn and Boston spawn right in the back and break it down instantly. So I don't know if that's the case of somebody not blocking spawns or if simply luck was not on their side. But that is a lesson in what you want to do. Someone always needs to block. Just go stare at it. Walk yourself back. Got to do the little things right or the game will dagger you.
Like this. No, Dahoom holding it. Hard point still, 10 seconds to go. Spawns for Boston going to P2. The first time we've seen the rotation go their way, and it might be the last time we see it here on the map. Here we go. Purge into the pool, and there's nothing cool about it. He's going to find kills, but here we go. Opportunity for a big break. Wixel gets the win. That's 3 down now, and that's going to be Spawns flipping, and Vegas Falcons alive.
Yeah, the tried and true tradition of getting the P2 and having an opportunity for a strong hold, but really not a single time Falcons have been able to convert, and let me tell you, they need it now.
Oh, yeah, more than ever. Excellent. Nice shots. 2 dead.
Perfect.
Awakening there, chilling in pool 3. All 4. That's what I'm talking
And
about.
they're blocking the
Vegas
spawns,
Falcons.
Miles.
They're doing
It's
it.
the
They're blocking
goal.
the spawns. It's happening. Exnid there once again, getting frisky towards the front lines. Watch out for the pinch though towards the back. It's all going to come down to the whom. Finds one, brought down on the pinch. Here we go towards the point. King spots out Snoopy on the cross. 3 players in towards the back line now. All coming down to Wixel. Can he keep it together? No. Right through the door. Into the jaws of defeat we now go as Boston Breach. You're not going to be able to win it here. You got another break, and Falcons a good hold again.
Yeah, I tell you though, Purge had the big pickup on that break, killing the guy outer that was watching the back spawns and allowed the flood to come through. So Purge picked the right moment to get that kill, and now Falcons gonna need to have just nothing but perfect moments from here on out. But they get the 2 entries. They do have control of spawns as well, and it's more important as long as you keep Boston out of time, you're gonna be happy. Unfortunately, Big Wake just takes it from you, and now you're gonna force the floods. This might be devastation on the old vault hard point.
Whoa, 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 it's not over yet, man. Wixel finds 2. King gets his kill as well. Purge, last man left alive. Oh, my word. In and out he goes. Can't get the second. You're still going, Vegas. You are not out of the woods yet, my friends. Good tags from Cammy. Lovely coverage, though, as the Falcons players... Oh, dear, I take it back. It's falling to pieces, baby. Boston are in. Final few moments. Vegas did what they could. Last attack. Last chance. Anyone to contest? Yes! For now.
Okay. And they got to square up too. This is so tough. Yeah, number 5 slides on time, and there it is. Yeah, not going to deliver in the clutch moments, and that is now a 14 loss spree for Vegas Falcons, who again create opportunities, do a lot of good things on the map, and just have those occasional pain points of, damn, we just got broken on P4.
Yeah, the P4 break was, I mean, honestly, if you can hear me nameless, that's the conclusions we've got to be drawing. That was an unbelievable moment. Good setups, nice rotations, Vegas Falcons. You can't say it's not getting better, but at what point do we go, all right, fellas, how many more roster changes can we make? Are we running out of, top tier Saudi talent? Maybe, I don't know. Tough camp to be in right now for the Vegas Falcons. S&D, of course, though, has been the bread and butter chance, but on a 14-map loss streak right now, this one might be tough. But again, great production across the board. We saw some magnificent moments. Wixel, absolute king of the hill there for his lads. Boston, though, from start to finish, looking pretty solid.
Yeah, ultimately, I mean, maybe not super happy with letting Falcons get back into the mix, but maybe that's more credit to Vegas Falcons having a lot of heart, a lot of spirit. But yeah, ultimately, I saw Cammy lighten things up in the damage category. Snoopy got off to a hot start. Things were looking very calm and casual for Boston early on, right? Maybe mitigated, not a disaster for the first few hills, but it was a very narrow and tight game going into the P4, and then they just started to absolutely run away with the game. And
yeah,
just moments of Cammy going on nice little sprees, and he's certainly a player, if you're a Boston fan, you love to see have the hot hand, although exited from time to time, he will evaporate you.
Oh, he's really, I mean, again, no one's actually doubting the skill level of Vegas Falcons. It's just the sort of teamwork, and it's those moments of game sense that week in, week out seem to cost them those little moments that turn into big, massive collapses. Crazy stuff, though. Well, good stuff out of Boston Breach. You take the first map, you roll forward. Well, you say goodbye to Vault for now. We'll come back later when it comes to playing Control. Again, shout out to Turtle. That's going to be our 300th map of the season so far. Shout out King Leonidas. I've got nothing else, Chance, or you.
I never would have heard a shout-out Turtle followed by shout-out King Leonidas in back-to-back sentences. So only in the CDL are you going to hear something like that, and only in the CDL are you going to watch a very interesting search and destroy matchup between these two teams. Boston Breach looking for the bounce back in the game mode specifically post-major performance, but obviously we have very high expectations for this squad. And Vegas Falcons, that is where they are the most lethal threat. That is where they have, I believe, 3 of their 4 map wins on the year. So the hard point, consistently been a struggle. We just got another look on Vault, exactly why that has been the case. But for S&D, very capable team. They will force you to play things correctly. We'll see if Boston Breach can bring the goods.
Yeah. Goods now on our way. Hacienda, search and destroy, follow about that Vault control. Hacienda hard point if we had to get to the 4, but we'll find out, folks. It's going to be a tough one. Hacienda, again, spicy new addition to the map pool here in halfway through Major 1 towards Major 2 now. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing some more Hacienda, boys and girls. Let's find out, though, if the Hacienda can be as good as the Spanish phrasebook is for the Vegas Falcons players' chance. Where are we going with this, mate? How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, and I would imagine on a map like Hacienda, I do think Breach are going to be able to have a pretty comfortable time on it, unless you have those sort of individual like pop-up performances. If the Falcons players just continuously collect these first bloods, maybe they're going to have a fighting chance, but I just think with the adjustments Breach make in the middle of the rounds, Hasi is a map all about the rotations. You can play the mind games. I think they'll be at their best.
Well, this is the S&D looks so far in the season. Vegas
on the objective,
but that is fantastic. That is fantastic. I mean, again, their success in the last 14-ish maps hasn't been ideal, but this is a team that definitely know what they're doing. Of course, Saudi Arabia known for its search and destroy. It's basically what they play mostly. So again, there is that continual storyline. We have touched upon it time and time again here in the league, and we will continue to do so until they become, respawn demons. It always takes a minute when a team comes from another region, whether it's Europe, whether it's APAC, now whether it's the Middle East. That is not an easy thing to do. The US is very, very good at the respawn game mode. They have been for the longest of time, whether it's Hardpoint, whether it was CTF, whether it's Blitz, whatever the hell you played. Very good at it indeed. Overall, so far though, 7-10 for Boston in the S&D's chance. They're on a 3-map losing spree. Madrid was not terribly kind to them.
No, not at all, and that is why the record doesn't look as good as it once was, because for Boston, second in conversion. So their team, when they get the first bloods, if they have the man advantage, they're on point. And that is also why I said for S&D, it's incredibly important for Falcons to get them, because even when they get the first bloods, the worst team in the league, it's still managing to convert the round. So you're playing with fire against Boston if you don't get those bloods. And well, we'll see the opening salvo. Purge already, cheeky corner. He's got all of the flank completely undercover there. And on the A side, it's a square up. It's a bang out. Falcons had less men, and now they're going to be 2 fewer down. Already a beautiful little sequence here for Boston.
Oh, yeah. Vegas Falcons got drop kicked by Boston there. A lovely start. Fast moves now with the bomb. Wixel's got a lot of work to do there. Cammy's going to cut him down. And a perfect opener there from Boston Breach. The bang out works. You fan the map and you catch those players, the Vegas Falcons sprinting.
Miles, would you say hit him with the drop kick, Marty Jannetty?
I don't know what you've just said.
I listen, it's an Action Bronson lyric. Yep. I want to say it's a WWE reference. I'm not super familiar with wrestling, but technically the perfect line, I believe.
I think you may have nailed it. We'll fix that in the edit. Nice job, Boston Breach in round 1. That was their attacking run as well. Hitting fences real hard, so they've got there on defense. Again, expect Vegas Falcons to bounce back in a big way. To whom will be our bomb carrier this time round, and it looks like he's going solo towards A.
The school of slasher for this round of S&D. Spread the map, play for picks. Cornered up on the top side of the map, cornered up bottom secret, see if anybody overcommits, and waiting towards well. Boston, though, giving them nothing to chew on. They have tossed all their stuns. They have gotten no intel, and they know they have plenty of space taken on the map. I mean, Boston have eyes on literally everything, so they're comfortable right now. But as A does get given up, maybe the opportunity for Dahum to go for the plant. Falcons are snapping into position, but will they read the pressure coming through mid?
Well, King has said a lot, and he's seen a lot now, and so Snoopy, the double back. King trying to eliminate the angles he has to worry about. Cammy, yeah, play that one slow and steady. They've yet to give the Vegas Falcons anything. Awakening, though. Oh, a team that was already hungry for it. They went hunting, and now Snoopy, the hunter. Oh, dear. They're going to win their ones. They do. Nice shots. Last man left alive. King brought down from the inside of you. Great work from Boston.
And just to throw a little taste of the stats we saw earlier for the bomb plant percentage, like success rate for Falcons, they play a lot of vault. And that is, you're just very confident about, hey, the only thing we're doing is running towards A and planting this bomb. It's very simple. Hacienda, again, you can play mind games. I think they had 0 information on the map. And even with the A site being open, maybe just with the lack of hallway control, not comfortable getting the bomb down, not able to figure out what to do. And Boston Breach there to pick him apart. Hacienda is a tough one. It will force you to think.
Overthinking a problem as well. We've seen many players deal with that. Boston have just cleared absolutely everything. 99.99% of dirt gone from the A bomb site with all those stuns and nades. Now with full coverage, opportunity to plant the bomb. Still have to worry about the player from top dark. That's a very dangerous position to be in. But for now, get that bad boy down, set up, and let's party.
And I'm just seeing Purge do the same thing on the minimap. That's going to be, he can use that spot for like this game. It has to be at this game only because any team that watches VOD going to be checking it. But either way, times it perfectly. Another first blood, 3 in a row there for Boston. And again, one of the best teams in the game at converting. And it's because Purge makes plays like that. 3v2, 3v1, 2v1 with little time on the clock there for Xnid. Boston Breach about to go up 3-0.
It could be. Xnid spots himself first. And with absolute certainty, 10 seconds on it, Boston Breach close out another doozy.
Yeah, the powerful processing hardware there, Purge is downloaded. Easy peasy on the flank. I mean, I don't know if he gets the intel or can hear those players up top or just trust himself with the timing in the post plant, but perfect play there on the flank. Great reads down low for that trade to be rolling through. So combination of what I assume is good comms from Boston. And again, that is now just 3 first bloods in a row for a team that is one of the very best at converting them.
The steamroll continues. The Boston Bulldozer now into its 4th round. Has it lost any steam? We'll find out. Vegas on the attack. Over towards open. Here comes the first fight. Potentially, no. We're going to hit that B-bomb site instantly, but so are the Breach boys.
Okay, wide open bomb. No time wasted. Trophy down, bomb down, 4v4. Xnid going to be the guy in the flank, but no pressure there. Boston squaring up through the front.
Look at Snoopy checking these naughty little angles. Absolutely knew the trophy was there on the nade throw, but we care not. Here comes the concussions over the top. Whom with a nice opener there on a Snoopy. The bomb trying to get the defuse, and that was an ambitious play there. Demon Joe will take it, baby. We're getting on the board, and this Purge can somehow find 2. He finds none. Sun and the Vegas Falcons get the round.
There we go. Getting on the board, executing on the bomb as well. Clean and easy, as efficient as you want it, and the trades rolling through. Shout out to the trophy system, honestly. The real MVP, but King with some nice gunfight wins as well. I think maybe the only opportunity is if Cammy's able to deliver a 2-piece, but anytime an AR player trying to slide in through those doors, it can be a bit of a nightmare. So first bloods roll through, bomb goes down, the execution you love to see.
That's the Falcons of old, baby. 3-1, a very, very doable comeback right now. Boston taking the bomb over towards Dark. Snoopy will be the man with the carry. Cammy. Oh, that's a lovely opener. The wallbang kill there on the Dahoom. The King, I believe, has been spotted. No, Snoopy didn't see him. Doesn't matter. Snoopy with a kill there. Confirmation from the stun hit markers. And that is going to be a 4-1. Not only in the lives so far in the round, but soon to be the round count.
This is tough. And just read the entire way. Yeah, that is utterly perfect. Cammy got the first blood for the wall bang, so I think that strat was a handful of players going up top, Awakening probably there to join them. You get the tags on the guy through the windows, and then both players just start spraying through the wall, trying to catch someone through top office. But whether or not that was the play, they got the first blood, and as you calmed Miles, Snoopy perfectly played there, gets the stun out, gets the intel, nades the deep spot, checks the close one, does everything right. And again, for Boston, as good as a round can really get.
Yeah. Posing them down right now. Going to be a square up towards A, but there were not going to be that many members on the ground floor, lads. They're all upstairs. Stun check's going to be there. Here come the nades. Snoopy eats it. Luckily, he's dressed for the occasion. Looks over towards the A-bomb site still. We are waiting this one out, lads. Snoopy could have done with that nade a second earlier. He manages to get the regen, and now we're all back to 4v4 empty pockets on that side of the map.
Yep, if we just coordinated those nades, they would have had a free kill or 2. Now the problem is they got Purge on the outer lane, and he's in prime position to break this down. Here falls the round, and Xnid, last man standing. We'll see if he can clutch the 1v3.
Well, he's just done for the drive-by. That's 2 pieces of intel given away. Great job. He knows Purge is going for it. I love this. Purge has gone downstairs, though, so that's going to be a moment we'll deal with in a second. But Exnid, this is doable. Delicate moment. Oh, no, son. It is Purge, Purge, Purge. 5-1.
He is just better, Miles. Purge is on one, and S&D has been all year. And I got to say, though, that is just another perfect example. We have the sort of, you know, CDL, play at the pro level, 101 class in session, block spawns on hardpoint, especially on the money hills. And if you know where players are, if you get the intel with studs, coordinate the nades. Throw them together. They do more damage. It goes through the flak jacket. What could have been?
That was a brutal, brutal turn. Well, map point Boston to take the lead in the well, to push the lead even further in the series. Excuse me, folks. Here we go. Trophies are in place. The nades are all hitting there. Marks, the stuns are there as well. Here comes Cammy, trying to find his 4th kill in a row. King will be the man. Whoa, but it's Wixel with the first blood. They're gonna snoop. Go on, son. Get on towards the bomb site. Okay. This ain't over yet. Vegas still with the man advantage.
Oh, that's the gunny, though. And there's Cammy on the flank making the play. DeHoom in a 1 versus 2. He's got killer Cameron McGilligan to deal with, and he might just have the perfect read.
Or he had the perfect read, but it was all for Cammy to pick up the bomb and backpedal. DeHoom versus Cammy. Cammy's found himself in a couple of Champs Grands finals. Knows what to do with the pressure. Has 30 seconds to work with as well.
I tell you though, Cammy, excuse me, not gonna read this. But after clearing everything out, I mean, DeHoom has not gotten eyes on either bomb. He's intent on sitting in a corner in the depths of spawn, so you get the bomb down for free. How the tables turn, maybe a minor advantage here for Cammy.
And Cammy doing everything he can to check, not get caught.
Look at his eyes.
I know, man. He's turned. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. What a 1v1 that was. I'd be smiling too, man. You did a lot. Fed DeHoom well. A casual sip of the water and a defuse of the bomb. It's 5-2.
That's insanity. I mean, I know how I would play the 1v1 in the future situation. I would run towards well, lay down, go take a sip of water, and check bomb at 10. But Cameron, unfortunately, just gets a little bit too antsy, has the good movement. But those are those moments in the 1v1s when you have no intel, you just get nervous. Like you imagine the possibilities. He could be anywhere. He could be flanking well. He could be above me. I don't know what's going on. How come I haven't seen anything? And yeah, you tweak. So it goes.
So it goes. I had that set. We're like, oh, he's been in Champs Grand Finals. We're like, yeah, what an idiot, Ross. Good stuff, though. Well, that's a lot of intel. Backs on up. Watch the pinch. You've got all the top corridors full of Boston Breach players. Now Snoopy sending it. Hello, Snoopy. Catches King napping. And now that trophy, the strongest opponent he's got so far here on the map. Snoopy can yet to best the machines. Purge. Whoa! Picks the winner. Somehow gets the kill. 2v2. 2v1. Exnid now. Somehow find this. Oh, I like that. Snoopy. 1v1.
Oh, perfect.
As well. Send it, Exnid. Oh, you went the wrong way. Cammy is an absolute beast for that one. GG's in the chat. Cammy makes up for the 1v1 against DeHoom. Eats a superb nade. Diffuses it. And we're going to a break after this.
Revenge is sweet for Cammy. Didn't get the man that got the best of them back, but at least able to clutch the 1v1 there when he had the intel, knew where he was inside of you. And I just like the aggressive play. You know you got to go get the kill, and frankly, for an AR player, you just want to take the angle before the guy can like get out and get lost. So appreciate the aggression, heads up gameplay from Boston Breach, which is exactly what we have come to expect from this squad. But most importantly, the first bloods were flowing. 6 of them they were able to collect. I think they converted every single one.
Every single one. Near enough. I'm not gonna claim that. That's not a stat I know, but 6-2, a very happy scoreline to see on Hacienda there for the Boston Breach boys. It's a couple of Bs so far. We're looking for a 3B performance if they can get it, but there we go, folks. Vault Control coming up in a mo. Miles and Chance are beside ourselves with how much fun this actually series has been. Can we see a big turnaround? I'm looking forward to some drawing conclusions of Bucket.
Thanks, guys. We're having a great time. That's a big finger you got right there. 2-0. This could be a fast night. So if you're thinking about asking that girl out, give her a call right now. Make a dinner reservation for 8. You'll probably make it with no problem. Allie, what is going on in the chat?
I don't know about a res, but you might be able to pick up something to cook for the night. What's going on right now? Well, Boston Breach is also cooking this Valentine's Day. Their Search and Destroy looks so good.
Yeah, I like what we saw in that game, too. Game 1,
yeah,
you were behind. Hills 1 and 2. After that, dominance.
Yeah, I mean, some good P2s out of Vegas Falcons. And we were joking in the green room, like, how good they are in that note. And we just apply that everywhere else, and maybe we'll win a hard point. But yeah, Boston starts to run away with a little bit. Great P4 on that first rotation. End up going up a lot. And then Vegas Falcons at the very end start to actually rotate, communicate, pick up things, and win the couple rotations to bring it back. It's just not enough when you're in such a big hole early on. We're just waiting on them to win a hard point, man. It feels like every time they get close, they reset the roster, and then they're far away once again. So just got to commit to this team and hopefully get there at some point.
I mean, you make a really good point. Again, they just came into the game a little bit too late. Wixel had a very, very slow start in the playing category. The P2 was beautiful, though, from the side of Vegas Falcons. They're last in, like, every category in hardpoint except for rotations. So the fundamentals have been here. It's just their setups and winning those really important early gunfights has not been there for Vegas Falcons consistently.
And you're seeing like the product of like their very thin map pool. They love Vogs, they played it so much, but then you play this is Boston's best hardpoint map, right? Yeah. So you're forced to play them on it, and it is a narrow victory for Boston. But anyways, you're down 0-1. We go into a search and destroy where you're just giving things up. Like, what's up with the comms on this team? Fences is wide open. You're getting bombs down. You're just losing, getting flanked. Falcons got to lock in their comms.
Let's take a look at the Falcons in game 2. You had a 1v1 won by Dahum. Other than that, not a whole lot of highlights. On the other side, Boston looking clean and search and destroy. Are the Breach going to be good? Major 2 qualifiers at search.
That's a really good question. As much as you want to give them flowers right now after that map number 2, because it was stunning. I mean, I felt like Boston Breach had the literal read on Vegas Falcons in their defense every single round. I mean, you had Snoopy just roaming hallways with the utmost of confidence, challenging these players in corner hallway, knowing that they were going to be there. So the comms have been there for Boston Breach. The problem is, though, leading up to this, they were on a 3 search and destroy loss streak. They lost to S&D's to Atlanta. They lost it to Cloud9. So it's been a little back and forth for them.
Well, think about Boston is like their search was pretty solid online in the qualifier. When you look at it, like they played super aggressive. You heard Chance and Mouse talking about it, but that was the difference when we got to land. They were playing scared, right? So I'm not worried about like their thesis on how to play search. You take chances, get pushed up. We've seen Purge and Snoopy have huge plays, just being aggressive. That's kind of how you play this game in search and destroy. But when we get to land, they have to play that same way. It also like the games are going to be easier when Cammy plays like this versus 1 and 9 on land in a game 5, right? So this is the Cammy you're hoping to see throughout all their series.
All smiles in Boston. They are just a game away from taking their first match of the Major 2 qualifiers. If you're a Vegas Falcons fan, well, here's the news. You're basically going to get the easiest schedule of your season right now. You may start off with a loss today, but you got to take advantage because over the next 3-4 weeks, this is your time to earn your spot in a winner's bracket potentially.
Well, they got to do it starting right here in this control. We're talking number 11 and number 12 heading into this map number 3. So it's going to be the battle of the worst.
Yeah, if you look at their schedule, they do have like an easier split throughout this one. And this is about that time where teams start to implode, change some rosters. So they do have opportunity if they can figure it out. Maybe catch their first dub.
Production's going to save us with some Valentines. Let's take a look at some of our favorites. What do you got for me this time around, front desk?
Please be Miles and Chance this time.
Aww.
You rock.
It matches his sweater. Chance's sweater matches this.
That's pretty weak.
I don't think it's weak. Maybe it should have been you rocker.
I would walk 500 miles for you. I get it.
I would.
Oh, my guy Ross.
Aw, wait, how did you get this picture, Chance?
It's from the last event. What a beautiful
Is that Photoshop?
No, that's Chance.
I need that as a cardboard cutout right here.
Chance is an underrated glow-up, low-key.
Let's send it to a live version of the man with the beautiful sweater on day 1 of the Major 2 qualifier. Chance.
He's handsome.
Is that a compliment? I don't know.
Yes, it
Glow-up? What do you mean? What does that mean for me 10 years ago? What are you trying to
Your
say?
beard is crisp. Like, you're just glowing now, man. Like, the confidence is there. Like, Chance, dude. Great glow.
All the way from blue shirt guy, I'll tell you that.
I just want to say that those weren't even the spiciest photos from that shoot. Like, there's a lot in the camera roll. There's a lot. Well, it's going to be a great year, folks. That's all we got to say. Take a chance on him, and I would walk 500 miles for you. Maybe. Wherever you are in the world, your Valentine's Day is going great. You know whose Valentine's Day ain't going great? It's the Vegas Falcons. And bad news, Chance, we do go to a vault control. I still am mildly disappointed, Mr. Wheeler, that we didn't get to break down that crazy P4 spawn from the hard point. But whatever, mate. I'll let the flank do it later tonight, I suppose.
Glow up, man. I remember the line graph hairline. I ain't forget.
End of the map 3. We here's how the record has looked so far. Vegas Falcons, we saw one big win, and since then it's been a tough run. But good news, folks, both of our teams here rock bottom in the rankings overall. So someone is walking away with a much better performance here today and hopefully improve their standings. King at Major 1, absolutely fine in control there at 1.05. Not that they sadly didn't get the win, but we'll find out, folks, how this one goes down. Boston, white arrows on the minimap. Vegas, they're the green ones. Let's get it.
And just by the way, is this going to be a bait B hit? A couple nades tossed in towards A, but Purge is making moves. So, all right, we're learning. We're doing creative stuff in control. How well can this pan out? You had a 2-man stack. That is going to falter. If you get one tick, you're happy. If you get a 4-man wipe, it is even better. Awakening and Purge holding it down.
Oh, they're going absolutely for the jugular, for the absolute, yeah, in the back. Go on, son. Awakening now fighting his way forward. It's a couple of sweet kills. The car helps out, certainly. But Demon Joseph is still alive and kicking, and Snoopy still capturing the point. Second segment. See you later.
I'm so excited. We have seen so much vault control this year. Finally, a little bit of creativity off the opening break. You love to see it. You get 2 ticks of progress as well. And frankly, Boston keeping the pressure up, and pressure, thy name is Purge. He's got all the help in the world as well. I mean, this is a funnel system and a blender. It's a 7-life lead and 2 ticks of progress on the more difficult zone, and the blood on this map is still flowing.
It's endless. It's nothing but blood in a sand dome, desperately trying to claw back a semblance of control here from the B zone, and an endless onslaught there on towards B. But Boston Breach have backed up, and now they're applying the same amount of pressure towards the middle of the map. The A zone, maybe. What in the lordy? That gunfight went on longer than the ending of the Lord of the Rings.
Battered and bruised. No hobbits in this lobby. We're going to keep things moving to that B zone. I mean, they've been eyeing on it. It is so close to flooding down into whom with the savior play, but I think King was there waiting in the wings as well. But, I mean, you see the idea from Boston. It is 10 lives remaining. But right now, if you just keep them off the point and let the game clock keep going, maybe Falcons could steal this one away.
It's not over yet, man. Purge back in it. Good shots. He's been the 2-piece machine, but that's 3 dead for Boston. You gambled hard, boys, and you might have just rolled snake eyes. 20 seconds to go. This is not over yet. 9 lives for the Falcons, boys. 10 now for Breach. This is far from over.
This is a great reposition. This is Boston. The gamble was just too large. DeHoom's even posted up to defend the B zone, so A is going to be forced. And Exted really worried about the catwalk. Things are going to get a little bit mixy. Clock stopped with 4.7 on it, but it stopped on 2 zones. DeHoom is the last man standing, but Awakening has to stay alive. 1 gunfight to win, and he gets dropped in a 6v4.
2.9 on the clock. 3 segments captured so far. It's a 2-man stack. Guarantees at least 1. Exted, nice job. 4 segments captured in the round. A round win would be ideal. Here comes the pinch. It's a little late. Awakening might be able to go absolutely tremendous. Steven Joe traded out. Last few lives and an extra minute to go. Oh my word, folks. 3v3.
And they just walked to B for free, and now you stay down. What? Oh, it contested, but whatever. You line up. That was... Oh, baby. Around the control.
Boston take the first. A unbelievable series. What in the... My word. I feel like that just got a little bit too chaotic there for the Falcons. So much going on. Made a couple of fantastic saves in the B zone, and then when it became a sort of weird game of TDM, like a really, really tight 4v6, they just lost the kind of focus there on both of the zones. Long routes, a couple of missteps there, and that is such a stinger. Boston breach. The Boston Gambit. It was long, it was ugly, but it paid off.
I mean, yeah, well, for Boston, you know, they're just keeping the pressure up on B. You probably cut your losses maybe 30 seconds before they actually did to attack the A zone, but the fact that you just allowed all 3 ticks to go for the A zone and not a single player even really like sent it for the chow is, I mean, that's insanity. And that is 4 men off the board there for Boston. They get a little bit of map pressure and they got Cammy on a 5.
12 and 7 for Cammy so far in this control. This is absolutely ideal. And another 6. Oh, the turn there. X-Nid too hot for it. But the trades, again, absolutely fantastic right now for Boston. Not letting the Falcons get away with any shenanigans in the round so far. Keep this going. Over to Snoopy. Still trying to get that pressure through mid. But right now, Vegas, it's a slow, steady approach to the middle of the map. No one there for the trades. Snoop pounces late. 3 dead.
Snoop's over here just like min-maxing his movement around the map, prepared for every single spawn, and he's just waiting for somebody to finally show up in his crosshairs. Cammy's killing everybody before they fall. Cammy killed everything before they fell, and last man down low, Snoopy. It really just flexing the movement. Covered so much of the map, but the map now a little bit open up for Falcons. Got 2 down in the feed.
They got a couple of lives down as well at 15 to 23, but oh, good timing from Cammy. Shoots his shot, as you should do here on Valentine's Day, folks, but that's because he's got the backup of Snoopy. Trays are there. The Cammy. Oh, Cammy from down low. He goes down on the Falcons, and he comes up big.
Out here making Cammy look unstoppable. He was pretty dominant in the map 1 respawn as well. Map 1 on point. Had a pretty strong S&D. He is having himself quite the series. Might just be Cammy for MVP as this round ends with a whimper. Boston confident on the defensive end.
Yeah, not as explosive or exciting as the first round, and you can see again the faces of the Falcons right now. It's getting stressful. Who's leading? What's the game plan here? Let's get a guaranteed zone before anything crazy happens. Cammy's 19 and 10, the man. He really was the difference there. Fighting his way through those lines, getting all of those captures. Good job there, Cammy.
And another moment for Cammy where he is just basically standing in between the entire team and nobody's looking at him. He gets to be the absolute cleanup crew. Beautiful moments when you have him in game, and fun when you get the drop on all of them and makes you that much more confident. Yeah, 19 kills.
Man.
Pretty ahead in this lobby, but him and Big Wake have certainly been having a field day.
Having a kill race, respectively. Oh, man. Cammy doing it all. Capturing B once again. And the Boston Gambit, this time around, it's more of a distraction, but it's all Purge, who's playing it fantastically so far. To whom good shots there to bring him down. Back over towards B for a little bit of love. Awakening, perfect transition, but great work again. To whom holding down the B zone.
Yeah, to whom I'm playing with that drop shot. This B zone is such a nuisance. This is the type of thing that it's just going to force you on the defensive end to respond constantly, which Falcons handling very well. Trades always rolling through. Anybody that tries to slip the net and get into art, they've been able to catch and pick up those players. Now you got King on force spree as well. And to whom's been shooting his gun, he gets the drop there on Cam. He takes him down with the pistol and he gets out. So Falcons cooking up something a little bit strong here on the defensive end.
Wow, but Awakening finds a couple. 5 now in a row for King. 30 seconds to go. And it looks like it was pressure on both zones for a second there. You clean up the players on B. Now you're right towards A, but it's a big old stack right now. Boston. Kills all over the place. Nice work there. Taking care of the player through hole. First segment long gone. Purge and Cammy, they're dancing around. Second segment gone. We're looking at a minute on the game clock if they don't get this stopped. Cheeky.
Nice shots from Cammy. Not easy to get a player off those stairs, but again, gentlemen on one side, not pulling a Paco there in that moment. Now you got plenty of time. Minute 24 on the clock, even on the life count. And these are the moments that can make or break you in control. And X-In with that pick, Falcons certainly have the advantage right now in this round.
We've got to call it pulling a Paco from now on. That is criminal. Oh, yeah, man. All right. Over towards the B zone. 16 lives to get it done, Boston. Now you got X-Nid in your backline. Cammy's on the hunt. Was going for it with a knife, but his teammates are there as well. Still less than a minute to play.
And still, even on the life count, and plenty of pressure for the Falcons. So they are in control of this defensive round. Nice shots from Snoopy, but It's got a long way to go before you can really get this pressure on B. You see Falcons have the middle of the map stacked up and great nades to take down Snoop. Now they just have to read the flank pressure, but I see they got players' eyes on it. King heads up about the potential flank. Wixel on a 4 in good position over towards ammo as well. I mean, the minimap is perfectly coordinated right now for the Vegas Falcons.
Oh, we've said that before, though, in the past. It hasn't always worked out. Back to Old Faithful. Good stuff out of Exnid. Not as explosive or dynamic in the kills department as we've seen him statistically, but now trying to get the job done. The Whom. Oh, lovely stuff by the B Street. A couple of tags in there from Purge. Wrong gun for the fight, son. That's bad news for the PDW users. Final 3 lives from Boston, and Vegas have absolutely brought this back.
That's a super solid round on defense. Credit where credit is due. And I got to say, Doom has been winning some wicked gunfights. So his Valentine might just be the aims in hand. Drop shot earlier on. Nice little 180 on the guy, top ammo. And he's in the movies as well. And got the best play.
Just like the movies. This was actually very early on in the round.
This is the drop shot.
Yeah, it's awakening on the transition. But they're nice shots. Good work to Whom. Pressure still on there for the Vegas Falcons. It is match point. Good luck, boys. 2 rounds in a row is what they need for Boston. Feeling tremendously comfortable, or at least they should be.
Gotta see if they can pull anything out and deliver. Not going to be any B hits here. Going to go for standard, or maybe this will be a B hit. We're taking routes to go down low, and Wixel's working out our palm. So yeah, here we go. Falcons getting a little bit creative too, but look at this setup there. Coming in from Boston Breach. 2 players posted back to look for it. Doesn't matter. They got picked apart.
And that's how you kill a trophy too. Good stuff out of Exnid. Holding it together, son. Counter-attack now on. Cammy's trying to make his way through secret, and it's not going to be there. Exnid up close here. I love it. It's an awkward angle. It's King there on the flank. 6 free. 7. Nice work. He's got no bullets in his aims. He's managing to pick up one off the floor there, but it's not going to be enough. The capture continuing there on the B zone. Halfway through it. Here comes a trophy. Oh, shots in from Snoopy. He got that one that time, and now the coverage. You're in on the zone. You're safe for now. Immediate transition from the Falcons over towards A, and a segment's gone there as well. These lads are absolutely cooking.
Hey, you know, I gotta say, not as good or more pressure as the Boston Breach was on the B zone for round 1, but they cut their losses and go over towards A instantly. That's the type of swing you love to see in the game mode, and Whom continues to collect heads. Great shots once again on Cammy, and the B pressure is here.
I mean, this is an absolutely beautiful round so far. Vegas, keep this going. Onto the zone. Wixel brought down. Nice shots there from Cammy. Oh, King, get it done there with a PDW at a little bit of range. It's a swaggy weapon still in the hands of the best of them. Back over now. We slow things down for Boston. Maintaining quite a deep defense, though. If anything goes wrong, they're still stuck in spawn. Vegas, what have you got?
We got a player in secret. Boston right now had 2 players in P4. That's diabolical. But on the actual zone, Snoopy shooting toes, and at least you get them off. But that is a lot of progress on B. If you don't win those gunfights, things could get a little problematic, but they deliver, and the teamwork and coordination is there. But you absolutely want to decap this. Snoopy doing just that.
Ah, that's so tremendous, man. It was incredibly close to the second segment being secured. Single life lead, though, for the Falcons right now. And this is, again, a very, very good spot to be in still. Snoopy. Oh, nice shots there from King. Backs him up. Pressure now through the front. Onto the zone. Once again, just a sneaky player runs on through. The Whom now at range. Wixel finding kills as well. Can you keep the capture going? You sure can. Here comes Snoopy. Trying to stop it. Can't get it done. Anyone there for alive for the Falcons? Yes. The second segment in the bag. Here we go.
They got the pressure as well. The Whom, another gunfight win, gets the trades. Cammy's gone. Taking progress nearly through. Snoopy and Awakening gotta go all up to Snoopy. Last ditch effort. How quick is his movement underneath? Can't survive, and Falcons have forced the round 5. And this is interesting, man. On the map win hardpoint, they had the P4 to get themselves back in the game. They got the entry kills, just didn't absolutely block those back spawns. Map gets broken down, you lose by 50 points. Here we are, down 2-0. You lose the Mixie situation in the round 1, one that you had great chances to deliver on. So they have failed and faltered in these clutch moments. They've done enough to force the round 5, Miles. The potential is absolutely here.
Wally, round 5. Falcons, you've done so much. And
for what it's worth,
attack.
Just throwing this out there, didn't keep track of the tick difference, but just round 1, Cammy being able to capture the B zone before the lives fell might have been the difference maker.
Yeah, that might be. Oh, King just saw a concussion shoot right past his head. Good news. Awakening gets the end. Wick still keeping the capture alive at 8. All right, lads, stack this one up. Say goodbye to the first segment.
It's going to flood, too. Snoopy maybe wants to work the pinch, but with this much pressure, you're just trying to hope you get some of these exit kills, but Snoopy doesn't deliver. Exnid gives you 2. So now you got a 4-life advantage. You got every kill you wanted on the mini-map, and the A-zone falls. Plenty of time in a perfect situation for Falcons. They're flowing.
They're flowing towards the B zone. Last man in there. The Whom getting the capture. Trophies now in place. He's still doing it alone. Has to wait for the reinforcements as well. Boston Breach will be first in of the fight. Here we go. Nice work there with the nades as well. Exit sends it forward. Can't get a kill on Awakening. This zone stays safe.
Still though, 6-life lead. You get pressure on the map. Looks out of palms. Everybody else roaming towards mid, and King even down towards secret. You're not in any type of hurry. You're looking for good execution, and you're just looking for the trades on Snoopy. But unfortunately for the Falcons, Snoopy took 2 to the grave before he fell, and now Dahum, the only player with any degree of space on the map, all of his teammates lost in spawn.
Good news though, Dahum, he got a gunny. He stayed strapped now on this side of the map. Boston, you've got to deal with him. Go for a little bit of a dance around, maybe catch him out. Mid-map presence there being felt on the other side of the board, though. Cammy, oh, he's a problem right now. The shots are fantastic, and this is going to make capturing the B zone exceptionally difficult. Covers Snoopy, allows him to get in a position. And there it is. Top art has been cleared out. Purge finds Dahum. This is a huge turn for Boston.
Yeah, and Cammy's positioning, all that he's saying to his teammates is they are spawning P2. They're going to be flooding through the right side of the map, Awakening on it towards line. Ready for the mid-map pressure. Dahum drops him, but the funnel system is going to continue. You had 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the game clock. Falcons now down to less than a minute.
Oh, King has managed to snip on through, as has Exnid, so that P2 side of the map is now busted wide open. Exit finds 2. You've got a man down low. It's on Snoopy to stop these players getting towards the zone. Over to the spawners. King can't get anything done towards the zone. Exnid trying to stay alive in bottom art, and I think Boston, they might be able to pick this play apart. Onto the capture, here we go. 50% the way through B. Dahum with the kills from down low gets another one, and that's the second segment gone. Eyes on the next wave of players, and you're holding it together. Whoa, the Falcons! Go on, the Falcons! Get those kills, and that's a massive turn. What a reverse sweeping control.
They are on the board, Miles, on the board. Second respawn win of the year. First it was FaZe, now it's Boston. The Titans, one by one, are falling. And honestly, a beautifully constructed game. You saw the round 1 just super mixy. Characteristic and atypical for the B zone to get hammered out like that. When things became stock and standard, Falcons handled the mini map so well. They delivered time and time again. Those are not easy moments, and that is a super solid win. They were able to collect Dahum, shooting his gun, 12 assists, 29 kills, and 4,100 damage. Cammy might have one-upped them on the kills overall, but that was a first half of the game, second half of the game kind of situation. And Exon as well, 21 kills on the offensive end. Not too shabby. Impressive stuff coming out of Vegas.
And look at that game time, 1-3-3-7. You kids probably don't even know what that means. Well, it was a good looking vault from both teams at times. Boston started things off fantastically, and then you just let slip. You left the window open, and what happened? The Falcons flew right in. They took care of business. That was 3 straight rounds for the dub. Good for those boys. We'll see if they can keep it all going. We go back to Hacienda for another hard point now, and I'm sure Boston are licking their chops at the prospect of a bit of tasty bird for lunch over there. But yeah, great stuff, man. I mean, Vegas, we saw some really good rounds. Chance where that A to B transition was always very fast. It was super decisive on that, despite the efforts of Cammy. Massive work in the kills department. Vegas looking good.
I would say like the B zone to A zone capture you mentioned for the Falcons, that's sort of like the stock and standard, like high level play. You cut your losses a beat, you're happy that you get the tick, you force the action over towards the A zone and do like this sort of normal things first. And I would say that was sort of the game plan for the Falcons. every single time something was normal, handling the route super well. I think one of the weirder things maybe we saw was them just sending so many players into the back spawn and back hard, and like really as a full team going for the spawners, letting it make mixy. And that was to deliver moments like this where Boston just aren't expecting another player to be behind them, letting Xnid pick up the pieces, and you keep that pressure going. But all the hype in the world, a lot of credit there for King. Again, get map win at this level, not an easy feat. And they're just cleaning up some of these moments, man. We'll see. Hacienda Hardpoint, though, I will say, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Hacienda, a very structured map. Especially a lot of the players in the league have had an entire year of reps on it, essentially, back in Black Ops 4. Very different back then, 5v5, very different specialist, stim shots, you name it. A different world, some might say. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one for the Falcons boys indeed, given what we've seen out of Hardpoint for them. So breathe all that, excitement out. Let's get our heads refocused for what will be a very, very tough game at Hardpoint. And for Boston, again, salivating at the prospect of getting to dive into another respawn and maybe close out the series.
And we obviously saw the Hacienda for the map number 2, where Boston's game plan just remained on point. But it really is the true test of how effective your game plan is going to be. Standard map in the sense of like rotations really matter. Like if you are there to hold a P2, you have to be able to read if they're putting the pressure on through the flank, trying to get those spawns, or whether they're coming in through Zig. But if you're a well-coordinated team, especially the P2 and those rotations to P4, you can set yourselves apart and get the full 60s if you lock it down. So these are the types of maps where like you have these like individual gunfights that are worth so much more on the map, and you have to be aware of when you are in an important one. So we get to test the mental game right now of these two teams. It's gonna be fun with us.
Hey, for our 300th map, that was a real kick-in. And you joked in the break, you're like, Boston are gonna kick him down the well. That was a bang. It was great. That was a great game of Vault control. That was like harkening back to the first month of the game, that December, where every Vault was like a 3-2 bang out. It was so much fun, but I digress, folks. Hacienda Hardpoint. It will be fun. It'll be fun for someone. We'll find out who in a moment. Vegas taking on Boston still as the series goes to at least a Hacienda. Protocol SD for the final, man. I mean, I don't know. We'll see if it can get there. But in the meantime, Vegas, every now and then they string together some absolute magic, some real good looking plays. Will this be another map where we get some success out of them? Here we go. 3 up, 1 down.
And already time, that stun grenade, that is going to be a thick one indeed. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a calm. And to whom there for the cleanup crew. And why not give him all 4 if he can find it? Snoopy gets out with his life, but to whom continues to have the hot hand. Rockhall going to be open though. Snoopy looking to flip these spawns. And the only man on the minimap that did not die was Snoopy. And look what he does with that life. Gives you a big 2, gives his team the time, and now he's getting the most important kills.
Absolutely looking towards the new hard point. But good news for the Falcons, they've maintained P2. Purge says not for long, boys. I'm thinking about it now. But this is a nice P1. Teams are getting better and better at managing to soak time here and extract some sweet, sweet score out of our opening hard point. Purge, sport for choice right now. Cammy there with a push through, gets himself the trade, and you've still got a lot of presence here from both teams over towards P2. And Snoopy playing it very, very patiently. Wonderful looks from him as the remainder there of the Vegas Falcons set up on towards the new point. Here we go.
Snoopy was looking for a freebie. He might have found his moment. Caught a player going into Zig. Gets the next guy one shot, and his team is there to deliver. We talked about the most important gunfights, and Snoopy found his moment to strike. He sets his teammates up, and this might very well and truly be a spawn trap lender.
Oh, not yet. You got to find all the kills, though. And
yeah, there it is.
All 3, baby. Looking for another. What a nade. Cammy, the absolute king of the hill right now, keeping the guns hot. A force free from inside the point. And he doesn't have a Hellstorm equipped, but he has some seriously high roller kill streaks on there. Good break, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get the old dreadnought towards the end. But that play literally just comes down to Snoopy. He gets great timing, wait for his teammates before he pounces, and more importantly, the 2 players that were in Lambo had full control of everything, didn't need any help on the lobby section of the map, but again, the term in Call of Duty we've been using is tweak, and somebody just full sends it into Zig. Snoopy finds that opening and sets the team up. And now in this rotation, King on a force spree wants to make the big ones to break it down. Unfortunately for him, Boston's teamwork on point, and they wipe everybody off the map.
Yeah, that was good looks. You're still keeping the hard point very firm. Vegas, second attempt at this one. Great trades. Cameron Awakening get theirs. That's the third man. Wixel's got to go tremendous here. And look at them shots out of Purge. Good stuff, mate. Missing that long barrel, but he's still putting down the shots. Pinch is there. Purge, what a move. Can you get 3 out of this play? You probably could, mate. Exnid there, the last man on the point, as this has not been a kind point to the Falcons.
And I love the play from Purge as well. Swing back, working with your teammate. Didn't have the time to go straight into rock hall, but now you got the coordination. Cammy maybe didn't even need the help. He's just going to do it himself. Picks up a big 2, but now you got to read the pinch. Exnid there for 1. The gunfight for time in Exnid found his moment. P4 rotation has been won by the Falcons.
Yeah, nice work. Wixel, next man in. Take down Purge. Spots out Snoopy. Dips out, stays alive, keeps it going. This is an awkward fight, but enough time bought for his boys there. Now 2 through the middle of the map. Exit up next, finds another. 3 in a row. Gets himself no more. Good shot. 3 down. Snoopy just falls off the top of rock. And this is a great hold again. Falcons very much alive and well here.
Yeah, I love this too. Exit sets it up, and now everybody just gets to knock those players down. Perfect off his pinch. It's going to turn Awakening's head on a swivel, and now you're in the blender. It is just 1v1 Chow's full sending with a hoping and prayer for Boston to actually breach that hill, but you got to give the credit. Exit just got an attack chopper on that hill. A hell of a moment for Falcons to get back in the game.
Bro, call it. Put on the T800 skin. I don't care. Do it. Let's go, man. You're about to find a lead change here going into our second set if the Falcons can get onto that time. Lovely stuff. As the first go around comes to a close, I'm excited for what we're seeing here on Hacienda. It looks like the Falcons have found their form somewhat chance. If they can get this break, P1 to 2 wasn't ideal for them. And that P3 last time around, that was tough. Let's see if things can go right this time.
I mean, again, it's a map that really forces you to deliver in these moments. Had a couple attempts and mixed results on the execution, but a close game, you get to keep trying. For the moment, for the Falcons, right side spawns, but for Boston, for the moment, they have the time, but that is going to get taken from them. Falcons pouncing, final 20 seconds on the hill as well. Another great moment, getting the Lambo spawns. About a 10-point gap between these two teams in this moment. But I'd say advantage on the map gonna be for the Vegas Falcons, especially as that Lambo spawn, I mean, that's incredibly consistent. All 4 players nearby.
All 4 players are now a true. Gonna get at least 1 out of this life. Nearly does better than that. King with a sweet corner. Gonna get at least 1 out of this life. Nearly does better than that, but nice work. Over to Wixel and Dahoom, who have found themselves a corner inside this hard point. Spawns are getting a bit squirrely. Big moment now for the Vegas boys. Let's go for a listen in.
لا حد يموت ارجع بالي ارجع انا نفسك اللوبل من اللوفس ما حد تشوف الول انا التايم يمين انا اوبن واللي يمين واللي مات باقي واحد ول باقي واحد ول يمين ها بلات لا ويك بلات كابتن بلات ويمين نيد استني اسمع لا حضيره ونشط بالي حضير حنشيل بالي حنشيل يلا حضيره ونشط معك دحوم يلا روح عد الول وانا مول عد الول انا قريب مني انت بتبلود وداح انا مين ها جاي تبلود وداح مات ايوه كبير وجهك حل الطريق ترى انا رسمني خطيره رسمنا واصل عندي نيو بيرج واصل نيو وكامل جايه من ورا يمين ها ترى بيرج الحال وكامل بيرج مات
Back over to World Faithful, back over to Rock we go. And that was an awkward lineup, but Awakening managed to stay alive for how long, though? Here comes Dahoom. Another potential break here for the Falcons.
They got it. Awakening buy you a little bit of time for Snoopy to get the trades, but they come out on top, holding on to P4. The pressure through the front. It is a square on Mixie battle, but they're winning them all. They're trading everything in sight, and you're still in control. A 30-point game between these two. And keep in mind for the Falcons, this would be the game for the 15th hardpoint loss in a row, tying the record. They are hungry for this win.
And King does not want to let it happen. He's running a nice spree. A big one. Cammy catches the nade in between his teeth, but he finds 2, 3 down. 50 seconds to go on the point. And this is tremendous out of Austin. A late break. King right back at it. The shots are decent. Not enough to break it once again. The rotation back to P1. And I'll tell you what, folks, Boston Breach, they've done a great job in the early holds on P1. Their P2s have been ideal. 3's been sweet. This could be it. Falcons are still fighting. Can they get the early P1 time?
They got it for the moment. Snoopy wants to take it from him, but right now I'm just watching Awakening. He's feeling the heat. Snoopy is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, but a good nade to slow things down. Trades, though, back on the point, and Cammy, once again, it delivers. Another time where he is the kill leader in the lobby, trying to set his team apart, but I mean, this is deja vu all over again, where the Falcons just so consistent about the right side spawns. They're in a good situation again. Keep the kills flowing, and you just need a good P2 hold. That's all it is.
Yeah, it sounds so simple. It sounds so easy. Final 15. Giving it up, guaranteeing the P2 hold.
Hey, that's tough 15, though.
And we'll find out if it comes to bite them when the final scoreline kicks in. But for now, you're set up. All corners covered. Awakening knows something's up. Doesn't check it properly. Trades it now on. You're going to make your way over towards the point. It's going to be a 2-man hit from Boston through the front.
They have 3 players in around the hill. I mean, Xnid is on an island and he just gets caught. So now you don't have any lobber pressure, and you were so worried about, I don't know, everything, that you get broken down. They had nobody in lobby, and the 2 guys that could have been, that was... Yeah, that'd be the game. This would be 15 losses in a row for the Vegas Falcons.
It's not over yet, mate. It's not over yet. We've had a couple of kills there now. Snoopy's trying to make his way forward. Snoopy finds a big one of the player through Zig. Over the front to whom down. Snoopy! What a 3! That's game, baby. Snoopy calls it. A big old spree and a smile on his face. The cut-off kills are not there. And that's a contest. Purge on the front. Game, set, match. Boston Breach.
Oh my god, that mini-map, that's insanity. I mean, just like, you know, Xnid gets the kill over towards well. I'm looking at the mini-map and I was like, it's maybe not the dream, but this is still really good. 3 seconds go by and it's just a, oh no, gentlemen. Can't have that.
Yeah, that seems to be, that's the sort of the feeling we get. I mean, the Falcons setup's all good, everything looks great, and then it stops. And 3 guys lose their individual fights. There's no trade moment there. It's so tough, man. Again, a couple of steps behind some of the teams here in the league. Falcons, the 15th hardpoint loss in a row. Boston